Well, good evening. Okay, we're going to try that again. Good evening. You know, if I could have my way, we would figure out how to get the checkbooks filled, and then I'd sit with every single table and get to know each of you better. Because if you could see what I could see from this particular vantage point, you would be amazed. Thank you so much on behalf of our patients, our families, and our amazing teams for all that you do and will do for Craig and have done for Craig. I hope you're enjoying this evening, and we've got a little bit more work to do, and I'm already off script. Oh my heavens, we're in trouble. I better put these on and start reading. So I do have a long list of folks I want to recognize, but you know who I want us to recognize first? You know, these meals don't happen by accident. Rooms set this beautifully don't happen by accident. Let's please thank the wait staff who are here tonight helping us. Take a quick moment and do look at their name tags and say hello to them and thank them. I think that's always so important. I also would like to start by recognizing Art Seiden, who I had an opportunity to meet this evening, and it was both an honor and a privilege. Art founded the PUSH Dinner in 2002, so this is our 18th annual PUSH Dinner. And he did it to push for spinal cord cures, spinal cord injury cures. And he's been instrumental in growing this event over the years. You know, there's about 1,400 of you tonight that are here. So thank you again, Art, for all you are. Where are you, Art? If you wouldn't stand and be recognized, where is my Art? I think he's over there. There he is. Thanks, Art. And now, if you're a member also of either our hospital or our foundation boards, will you please stand or wave? Where's our board members? Thank you for your leadership and your support, especially as I am, as of May 1st, 7 months into this incredible journey that I like to call my new home. So thank you, board. Next, I'd like to thank our CNS physicians, who I know are sitting over here somewhere, and our consulting physicians. Will you please stand or wave and be recognized? Thank you so much for your commitment to our patients. You know, we have a ton of our team members, our Craig team members in the room tonight. Will all of you please stand and wave, whether you're volunteers or team members, however you're working tonight, stand up. Gosh, I just love my new Craig family. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. And you know, I know that I have the privilege of standing on the shoulders of two incredible giants who have continued to shepherd this amazing legacy that is Craig. And I'd love it if Denny O'Malley and Mike Fordyce would stand and be recognized and have all of our love. There's Denny over there. There's our Denny. Where's our Mike? Mike's over here. It's hard to see, no lights here. There he is. Hey, Mike. Great. And next, you know, there's no magic in magic, and certainly this feels like a magical night. It is all in the details, and this would not come together without our amazing Mary Feller and the Craig Foundation staff, who have start planning one of these as soon as they're done. Please stand, Mary. I know you're back there. And our Craig Foundation staff. And then finally, what we come to work every day and do is for our patients and our family members. And if you are a former patient or a family member, please either stand or wave and be recognized, and thank you for what you give to us every day. Thank you. Because the fact is, you are why we are here tonight. Well, these are exciting times at Craig. I've said several times over the last few weeks that our amazing executive team and I, as well as all of our other team members, have a number of plates spinning. We're working on a forward-thinking strategic plan and a master campus development plan. We're getting ahead of the changes that are coming in healthcare and in this industry. We're dreaming and thinking really big about our role in shaping the future of rehabilitative medicine, including clinical research. But we aren't just forward thinking. With your help, we're delivering comprehensive, and this is just the most special thing I think in so many ways about Craig, comprehensive wraparound programs, conducting groundbreaking research, and truly empowering lives. As I've been at Craig, I've been consistently impressed with the patients and the families that I've met. I've learned so much about resiliency, hope, and the human spirit from them. And probably one of the more special things I've learned is this strengthening and this deepening of my sense of gratitude for every moment. And I hope that you will take that away from this night, that sense of gratitude that we are here, we're here together, you're part of our family, and we're part of doing this work together in community. So in order to have a chance to learn a little bit more about what does happen, I'd like you to meet a few of my new friends. I'd like Tyler, you've already had a chance to meet Lauren, and Adam to please come on out. Hey, Lauren. Hi, Tyler. Adam, I don't think we've had a chance to meet yet. It's great to meet you. Hi, sweetie. How are you? That's cool. Well, great. We're going to spend a little bit of time just learning a little bit about your stories. So tonight we have three very special guests with us. You've certainly met Lauren Slack. Wow. She, as you know, sustained a traumatic brain injury in a car accident. Tyler Wesley was also in a car accident, sustaining a spinal cord injury. And Adam Combs is a client with Operation TBI Freedom, a Craig program that's actually based down in Colorado Springs and serves veterans with traumatic brain injuries. And they're each of them going to tell us a little bit about their stories. And so thanks so much for making time tonight and bringing your family and friends and your cheering crowds out to hang with you. So Lauren, let's start with you. We know we've heard a lot about your car accident earlier, but when you got to Craig, how were you doing?
I didn't regain my awareness until I got to Craig 3 months after my accident. Wow. Yeah. I wanted to speak, but I couldn't. I wanted to communicate, but I couldn't speak. My brain was telling my muscles to contract, so my body was curled up in a fetal position.
My goodness, my goodness. And so I know that one of the things that really certainly brought you both joy and also a sense of, I know how to do this, was our music therapy program.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what happened there?
Yeah, I hated music therapy before I could talk. They wanted me to sing to stimulate my voice, but I couldn't speak, let alone sing. But Sarah and Becca and Anna Marie have been fabulous. They didn't give up on me. They started by having me tap to a beat on a drum, and then play a harmonica for my breath, and then learn the choruses to my favorite band, the Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh, the Goo Goo Dolls.
And then working with speech and music therapists, I started making sounds like mom and bye. And then a week or two, it was raspy and soft. And then a week or two later, my speech exploded, and now you can't shut me up.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Wow, wow, wow. You know, it's interesting. I walk around the hospitals and I say, are we beating you up well? And patients will say, yeah. And I say, good, good. We're doing our work. So you also received some assistance from our donor-funded patient assistance fund. What was that about? Tell us.
Because my muscles were so contracted, I had to have tendon lengthening surgery on both legs. And then the recovery from that involved passive movement machines for 2.5 hours a day on each leg. And then when I got home, insurance would only cover one machine. So the foundation provided me with another one to use at home so that I could do both machines, both legs for 2.5 hours a day instead of double that for 5 hours a day on each leg.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, I have to tell you before you answer this question that one of our guests in the audience said just to have heard you sing makes everything we do worthwhile.
Yeah.
And it's only done because you folks come and do what you do. So what is next for you?
Next week I have to have surgery to have a prosthetic bone flap put in my skull. And then after that I'll continue to go to Craig once or twice a week for outpatient therapy. And then eventually I want to get back to school. Before the accident, I was going to school in preparation for becoming a speech-language pathologist. And now,
Isn't that the coolest thing?
now I'm even more committed to being a speech-language pathologist. I'll have an even better perspective having received these services myself.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Wonderful, wonderful. So, you know, you're a remarkable young woman. Our human resources or people and culture VP's not in the room, but we'll hire you. You're hired. You get that degree and come on over. Let's give it up for Lauren, please.
Thank you.
You're wonderful. So, Tyler, we see you around Craig a lot. I met you over at Jandel, and then after that, I couldn't stop seeing you.
Right.
Tell us about the circumstances that led you to come to Craig.
So yeah, I was hurt at the age of 15 when I was a passenger in a car that rolled over 4 times. I had my seatbelt on and that saved my life. I broke my C4 vertebrae and was instantly paralyzed from the shoulders down. I was at Denver Health for 5 days before I came to Craig and stayed there for 4 months.
And what do you remember about your time at Craig?
I had always been a shy kid at first. At first I felt lost and didn't really understand why this had to happen to me. I didn't want to go anywhere or do anything, but my recreational therapist, Claire, really helped me get out my shell, and she motivated me and got me out to attend therapeutic recreation, and I did outings like scuba diving, and I got a ride in a glider, and it meant so much to me and just so much experience in my life.
Cool. So cool.
Yes.
That therapeutic rec is an amazing program,
It is.
isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It really is.
Okay.
You know, I think there's this sense that it's just play, and as if that's a bad thing. Play is good, but it
Right.
also is therapy. They make you
Yes,
work hard,
it
don't
is.
they? Don't you?
Definitely.
So you also worked with the tech lab. Talk a little bit about what you learned and did there.
I did. At first, I used the mouse stick a lot for accessing my phone and computer. My therapist at Assistive Technology Lab was a big help to me, and they helped set up everything for me.
You know, what's happening in this whole field or space of assistive technology is just remarkable, and there's a lot more to come, so I'm glad it's been helpful to you.
Yes.
Were you able to go back to school after Craig?
Yes, Craig's teacher, Laura Magnuson, gave me a lot of advice. Yep, right here.
We love our Laura.
Yes. So she gave me a lot of advice and helped advocated for me to return back to high school. And one of my goals was not only to graduate on time with my classmates in 2014, but also walk across the stage at my ceremony. And, yes, thank you. And I was able to do that with the walker, and I got a scholarship through Craig's alumni scholarship program and went to Front Range Community College. I graduated last year in May with an Associate's in Arts. Thank you.
That's so good.
And on my 5-year anniversary of my accident, I posted a video on social media of myself walking without any assistance, and the video has over 8 million views.
8 million views, folks.
Yes. Thank you.
So we're sitting in the presence of a real rock star here, and Lauren's going to be right behind you. She's going to get 9 million. She's going to be singing all the time. So what are you doing now?
I'm working part-time as a community outreach and brand ambassador for Pasco, Personal Assistance Services of Colorado, which is a home health care company. And I volunteer with Assistive Technology every Monday. I'm working out in Craig's Peak Center, and I'm a peer mentor for new patients. And I really enjoy talking to them, to reach out to them and show them that they can learn their new body. And there's still a lot of life, and they can enjoy. And I can show them that life still goes on, and I'm also learning to drive with Craig's assistive driving program right now. So,
You're just amazing.
thank you.
No, you're an amazing just sort of testimony and example of endurance and resilience and just get in there and do it. Thank you for all that you do for Craig, actually.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you. Let's give him
you.
an amazing hand. That's incredible. Thank you, Tyler. And so Adam and I just met, so you have to introduce that little sweet thing sitting on your lap there. And I know that you're an Operation TBI Freedom client. Tell us about yourself and certainly introduce the cutie pie and your time in the military.
My name is Adam Combs. This is Isabella Grace. It's my 3.5-year-old beautiful daughter. And there's pictures up there. I was an aircraft mechanic in the Air Force, 2004 to 2011. And during that time, I did. I got out in 2011, did some contracting work with a company called Battlespace, and we worked on the UAV Predator drones. I did 2 more trips to Afghanistan with them, and one that was within when I was in the Air Force, so working on the A-10 Warthog, if anyone's familiar. And there, we just got rocked a lot, a lot of close-range rocket attacks and car bombs trying to run the gate. So that's where I'm at in life right now.
So what led you to Operation TBI Freedom?
After I got out, I ended up having this little girl and started following her mother around the country because she's still in the military, which led me to North Dakota to work in the oil fields for a little while. And then I came down here during that time frame to go back to school. So I don't know, when you're in a trailer by yourself in North Dakota, you have a lot of time to think about things. Where am I going with my life and what's going on? For me, I noticed that I just started having a lot of issues emotionally, regulating. Trash can lids would slam, and you're in fight or flight. It's like a shock wave going up your spine to your brain. It kind of paralyzes you a little bit. Super emotional, like crying, watching Charmin commercials for no reason. Like, get it together, man. So at that juncture, when I was in North Dakota, I decided I was gonna go to counseling and check that out. When I was talking to the counselor, she's the one who talked to me about, some of the stuff you're talking to me about, symptoms sound like a brain injury or TBI. And I was like, I don't know about that. I never rolled a Humvee or anything like that. So I got checked out, diagnosed with the VA. And when they started talking about some of the symptoms, I was like, yeah, I am going through that. That's kind of interesting. What he said was, yeah, if things are close enough, they rock you hard enough, things will shake, So when I got down to Colorado Springs, somebody hooked me up with TBI Freedom.
And how has TBI Freedom helped you?
They're great. My mentor, Glenn, over there.
Glenn.
My case manager, John. They're very, very, very helpful. What they do for us is they bring that camaraderie back. There's something to be said about brothers and sisters in arms and the friendships that you create over there, and having that understanding for what you've been through. So they have a group every Friday that meets. They also put on awesome trips for fly fishing or hunting or hiking or camping, those kinds of things. Calling me, making sure I'm doing good, checking in with all my appointments. Yeah, that's what they've done for me.
It's an amazing program. I had the privilege and honor of getting to spend some time with the guys, and it was all guys the day I was down there. And hearing their stories and hearing their commitment to our veterans, it's a real privilege to know that Craig is connected to this work in this way. And so thank you for sharing your story. But tell me what you're doing now.
Right now I'm utilizing the GI Bill in voc rehab to go back to school at UCCS. Currently chasing a business degree, but at a crossroads, or like, maybe business isn't my thing, accounting and statistics, and maybe I'd like to get into some social work or counseling, or
There we
things
go.
of
There
the
we go.
nature. So,
Great. Well, thank you. So if you would, just give it up for
Beautiful
Adam
time
and all of our friends that are here. Thank you all so much for sharing your story. And just know that as much as we give to you, we get way much back, way more back. So thank you, and go back, have fun with your families, and we're going to keep on with this evening. But what I want you all to know is that things like our music therapy, as you heard, our assistive technology, our therapeutic rec, our Peak Center, the school program that's led by Lauren, the alumni scholarships and Operation TBI Freedom wouldn't be possible without the support of people like you. Your gifts, they really are making a tangible impact, and that can sometimes be difficult to see, which is why being able to hear from our folks are great. Bye, sweetie. She wants to hang out. So I thank you.